Hey guys, you're watching Cutie Crafts. Welcome to my Minecraft farm. Today I'll be showing you how to make the adorable Minecraft chicken. These guys are probably the first animal that I learned to farm in my world, and it's really easy. Just get some wheat seeds and they'll follow you along, produce lots of offspring. Or you could get a bunch of eggs and throw them into the enclosure. Hopefully one of them turns out to be a little baby chick. Every time I look down at these chickens and some of them are just looking up staring at me, it reminds me of the time that I raised some real chickens, and if you want to hear more about that, make sure to stay till the end of the video. Let's get started with the colors you'll need. These are the colors you'll need to make a Minecraft chicken, and if you have some really light gray beads, you can also mix that in with the white beads. Pause the video here so you can copy down the templates for the chicken's body, head, and feet. Place a piece of parchment paper on top, and I have my iron set on number 3, which is the polyester setting. If you're not as comfortable ironing directly on your pegboard, I recommend using the masking tape method, which I've shown in many of my previous videos. I always iron both sides, and I fuse the beads until I don't see any lines between them, but the hole in each bead is still visible. After ironing, I always like to place a heavy book on top as it cools so that it stays flat. Do the same for the other pieces, and by the way, generally speaking, you want it to be on a medium heat setting so that you don't over iron or under iron the beads. If you iron for too long or with too high of a heat setting, then the pieces won't be able to fit together. Whereas if you under iron, the pieces might be able to come together, but they won't be able to stay and might fall out easily. My pieces usually end up around 0.3 to 0.4 centimeters in thickness. Any more or less than that, and it's hard for it to click together perfectly. After cooking, your chicken should be cooled down, and you can see that the holes are still visible, and now we can assemble everything together. To attach the wings, I'm using my ArtCal acrylic rods, but you can also use toothpicks. Now your chicken can flap its little wings. I try not to use glue for these types of projects, so I'm also going to use the acrylic rods to attach the beak together. And the cool part is that you don't need any acrylic rod or a toothpick to attach the head to the body. You just have to slide it into the slot and it'll click perfectly together. This is a method that I never really tried before, but it works so well for the chicken feet. Just attach an acrylic rod to each foot, and then get 4 individual beads, not ironed, and then slide them onto the rod. When you cut the rod, make sure you leave a little bit of space so that we can attach it to the body. You might have to take the bottom of the chicken off so that you can push the rod through. And there, that is one sturdy leg done. Time to do the second leg. It's the exact same process. And just like that, you are now done your own Minecraft chicken that can stand up on its own and be a part of your Minecraft farm. I always make a little mini bead prototype of these figures, and here is the first chicken I made. He's looking a little dusty because I used some different shades of gray. And of course, here is the little baby chicken that I made with some of you guys during a live stream. If you want to watch me make these projects in real time, you can check out the playlist that I've linked. Alright guys, so that is the cute Minecraft chicken all done. Hope you try it out, and if you do recreate this, make sure to tag me at CutieCrafts on Instagram, Twitter, or even TikTok. I'm on there as well so that I can see it. Now I want to share a little bit about my experience working with chickens and raising them from when they were just a few days old to a few weeks old. And essentially what we were learning was the importance of how nutrition in animal feed can affect the growth and development and production of food products. I worked with broiler chickens, which are chickens raised specifically for their meat. They are different from layer hens, layer chickens, which are the chickens that produce only eggs, and these are unfertilized eggs, so these eggs won't become chicks, and these are the eggs that we eat for breakfast or in a delicious egg salad sandwich, which I've been craving a lot these days. Before learning about this, I didn't know that there were these two categories. There's broilers and then layers. Broilers for meat, layers for eggs. There are sometimes the ones in between, like the Minecraft ones, the dual purpose ones. And then there's also a category called breeders, which are the chickens raised just for producing more chickens. So they will produce fertilized eggs that become either broilers or layers. That's what I remember learning in school. I'm not a farmer and I don't have any farming background, but that's a very general concept that I learned, is that there are different categories. I was mainly responsible for changing the water in the watering station and also topping up the feed and making sure that the chickens can have enough food for the day or for the night, depending on what shift I had. I remember waking up once at 6 a.m. just so I could go to the barn in time to feed the chickens at 7 a.m. and I was so tired. I am not a morning person. I'm more of a night owl, and I am really thankful for my farmer classmates who took on the morning shifts and let me have the afternoon shifts. I loved being able to hold a chicken from when it was a baby all the way until it was old enough to start flapping its wings and pecking you. It was a really fun learning experience. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I did a project one time in my animal health class where I had to make an infographic on broiler production. I got a decent mark for a city girl. If any of you guys have a farming background or if you raise backyard chickens, I'd love to hear about your experiences with chickens. This is the only experience I've ever had with chickens, so it was really fun working with them and it's nice to look back on. Also, I can't forget this week's feature includes some of these amazing beaters who recreated my projects. Keep sending these to me, guys. I really love looking at them, and thank you for sharing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be up to date on my latest videos. I'll see you guys next time with another cutie craft. Bye!